This presentation is just to take you through some of the college recruitment tools that we've got available in the club. It's really important to understand these tools moving forward, just from the technology perspective of the things that we have in the club for the players to be able to take action to get recruited by a college program. We're going to take you through the Steel City recruitment process, the kind of the cycle that we kind of recommend to the players, and how to go about getting this recruitment done, and then go through what you need to do versus what the club needs to do, what you need to do versus what the club does for you, and then the VO platform itself, making all the highlights and comments and drawings, and then just going through the marketing tools, the NCSA and recruitment websites that we've got, and then just circling back on our recruitment process and the cycle, how the players should approach that. At the beginning, we think the most important thing for the player is to become a student of the game. So under 13 and under 14, it's all about education at that point. Really getting excited about the game, getting used to watching yourself on video, learning about what types of things you're good at as a player, and getting to know your soccer ID. And then once you've got that, you'll be able to go into your recruitment process, to identify the videos that you need to highlight the skills that you're really good at. After that, once you moved into U15, you need to understand all the different tools you've got to be able to showcase yourself. So the Steel City Marketplace, which we're developing constantly, and then the YouTube channel, you could make one of those. You could use the VO Showcase page, you could do an NCSA page, and then you got to learn how to clip the videos and schedule overviews with your coaches and your coaching staff, just so you can iron out your videos and the things that you've got to be able to show the coaches. Once you've got all that in place, you can begin to market yourself and connect with coaches. Coaches are always going to want to see video at the beginning to just get you through the shop door. So you just got to make sure you get that done, and then point the coaches to those resources, understand where you're going to have them live, the links to them, and then get them in emails and get them sent, and begin a dialogue and creating a dialogue with these coaches, and getting through the first base with these guys, and then just have a monthly follow-up with these guys and be professional about it. Support perspective, the people on this list here are people actively working in the performance phases, and these are the people that we've identified that can really play a big part in helping get your son or daughter recruited. So Jon, on the girls' side, is an unbelievably good resource for us, and then the same on the boys' side with Dan McCarty. Between the two of them, they've got decades of years of working in the college game, and still, Jon's still working on the college and on the girls' side, and Dan's just recently left his position at Seton Hill, but he's got 25 years under his belt. And then Dan and Steve can really help from the digital perspective and help create videos, things like that. And then Garrett's got some really good insight on the girls' side of recruiting and emails, things like that. And then Mark's built a program from the ground up on the boys' side, and is an unbelievably good resource for the boys on the boys' side. One, what does the club provide you versus what should the player do? I think a lot of people come into cup soccer and they just think, we'll lead the players to the coaches and into a program. Now, where I think we really can play a big part is once that player has really identified where they want to go. we can act as really good middlemen at that point and introduce players to certain programs. As long as we think that is a realistic target for that player. So the thing that I think is the most important piece, though, is that families need to understand that the player has to do the vast majority of the recruitment. Coaches and programs do not want to be hearing from us other than to answer questions from them to us about the player. Can they play at this level, etc. So it's important to understand what you need to do. So our role here is to educate the player. Give them the understanding on the soccer decisions and just their development as a soccer player. That's the majority of what we do, and then added to that, we just educate you guys with presentations like this on the process of getting into college, and then what tools you've got available to get yourself into college. So the VO is a huge part of that. What platforms we would like players to use to market themselves. The college recruitment marketplace that we're building, that's something that we're just gonna try and point more coaches to find players that they might be interested in. So those are the things that we're going to do as a club. We've got our showcase events and different types of events that we will be organising to invite coaches to. But ultimately, a lot of the recruitment will be done by the player over time, and video is the best bang for the buck. To get coaches excited to come and see you at different showcase events, and it's just being organised and getting it done early is really important. To get added to a team, so you would just get in touch with your coach and ask to be added to a team, and then they would go in and add you to that team. Once you're on that team, when you log in, you'll have recordings, teams, and mentions here at the top. You can click teams. If you're on more than one team, there'll be a list of teams, and then you can click in there, and then you can access all the videos that have been added to that team account through this piece. Need to move on to the next part of your player process. So that would be starting to watch the games on VO and then making clips of your play. View, when you're analysing a game, you've got three main areas, and the best way to get the page set up is to hit the three lines and then make sure the panel is locked into the side. That will give you the list of all the clips. So as you go through the game, you'll be able to add clips down here. The journal is basically a diary, that you can create along the way, and then this plus button would be how you add the highlights. When it comes to the clips, all that you would do is add the clip. So hit the plus button, and then these are the tags that you can put. So whether it was an attack or whatever, and then you would just create the clip. So once that clip is created, you then are able to download those clips, or you can just reply to them and talk to the coaches that way. So all of those clips would just get added down there on this side of the panel. Okay, so I think this was, yeah. So once you've created a list of all the different clips from that game, the best way is just to watch the game and create clips, then come back through and then edit the clips. And this is where you can begin to add the drawings, and make the detailed clip a little bit better. So for example, if we wanted to get the kickoff here, we can then change the parameters of the clip by extending it or making it shorter here, and starting the clip in a different place. Okay, so once you've got it in the place that you want it to be, so for us, say here, now we can go on, we can show the coach, this is who I am, I'll be going here towards the ball. You can create an arrow as well. So all of those different things. And now you can put text boxes in. In there, and then you can save the clip, and then you'll be able to change the visibility. So do you want it public, team only, players, specific players, coaches only, or just to be viewed by you? And that's an important piece to remember. Okay, and then you'll also be able to change the type of camera that you use if you want to get create a special angle, and then you can just put some different parameters, whether it was your team or the opponent's team that this tag was in here. And then in here is the box where you can add comments. You know, you can tag players or tag coaches. If you put @ you'll see a list of people would come up, and then you can also just create questions. How did I do here? And then if you've tagged your coach, you'll be able to have the coach comment on this as well and add a comment. So it's a pretty powerful tool once you get it going. To download clips, you'll have your list of clips that you've generated earlier on listed here. Once that clip has downloaded and on the cloud, you'll be able to click these 3 buttons, and this download button will not be grayed out anymore. It will be black, and you just click it, and it will enable you to download to your downloads folder on your PC or Mac, and at that point you can then send it in an email or send it any other way to someone that's helping you create a video or something like that. The showcase page is a really cool feature. If you go into your account settings and you'll have to go to profile settings here, and then you need to make sure that your visibility of your profile is on so it can be publicly found. So here will be the URL code for your username for your showcase page. So you would just copy that, and then you can go into your showcase page. So your showcase will give you a little blurb here, and you can create other links here to NCSA pages or anything like this. This page is the page that we will house on the college marketplace. So then you'll be able to link to your other profiles or any other thing that you've got using in this bio, and have a coach click into other websites here. You can put your position in here, and then it just has the other teams that you're added on in the VO platform, and just some general information about your age and that. But as you go through the showcase and you add yourself to the showcase, the clips will just be listed here, and the coach is going to be able to go through and really, you know, find all the clips that you want to on yourself. So once you've got all your clips clipped up and you've edited them and you've found your favorite ones and you want to add them to your showcase, this would be the process. So the most important thing is that you must make sure that your name, you have tagged yourself in the clip. Okay, so in the edit piece, you would tag yourself using @ and then find yourself and put yourself in there. Make sure that's saved. Once that's saved and you've tagged yourself, you can then come out of that into the main page, and you're looking for the mentions tab. Once you've got the mentions tab, these are all the clips that you've brought in that you want to then add to your showcase, and you can hit the 3 dots here and either remove them or add them to your showcase page at that point there. I found as a director trying to help players is making a recruitment video, so something flashy, something that's going to get a coach's attention, and I do think it is a good thing. It can definitely impact a coach, but it's a tougher process, but there is a way to do it within our platform, but it involves a little bit of work from the tech perspective. It can be complicated, but it doesn't really need to be if you follow this process. But I think the benefits of having a recruitment video is that they can be impactful, right? When you're just starting to get a coach interested, having a short kind of showcase video is definitely going to be a good thing to get someone's attention. And it would be, maybe in an introduction email, just here's a quick snappy video to get to have a coach put you onto a schedule, which is really, really important. And there's just less friction when you have a video. You can just have it out there, put it on different platforms, and have coaches be able to watch a little snapshot. This ain't going to get you recruited, but it's certainly going to get you onto a schedule if it's a decent video. So I just want to show you this video. So if you wanted to create an actual video with those tags and with those drawings in it, I found this video on YouTube, which was really quite good when it came to creating a video which has got all of the clips in one.
Teams that use the view camera to record soccer highlights and then are creating clips, and they use the draw on screen function. We're going to use draw on screen to mark her up so that we draw attention to her, and we'll say why later, but we have a special tag for her highlight, and we have a comment about what she's doing. So then we create the highlight. We had a team call us yesterday because they had created highlights, but then when they downloaded them with the drawing on the screen, they realized the drawing wasn't part of the download. So this is a tip on how you can use those. The key is when you create the highlights, make sure you give it a special tag like I showed here. Then what you do is you come up to filter and you select that special filter and you say apply. So I'm going to use screen capture software to play the video and record what it shows. The reason for the filter was the team that I talked to, there were other highlights in here like start and end of half and other highlights showing up, and they only wanted to show the ones that they had made for their player. So this is how you would capture all the clips. First, I'm going to start my screen recording software, and I'm going to use it to record just this part of the screen. One thing I notice is if you expand the full screen and play it, it doesn't actually show the markup. So I only want to show this part of the video and not all of the sidebar. So I'm going to use screen capture software that allows you to grab just a portion of the screen. So I'm going to start that. And once it starts to record, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click play all. And you'll see here, it's going to show the draw on screen. And now it's going to cycle through each one of these clips that I've made, play the clip with the markup. Like in this case, this player is scoring a goal. So I wanted to highlight her before she went and made the goal. In this case, I was going to highlight how she checks her shoulder a few times before she gets the ball. So I put a box runner. There she checks it twice, gets the ball, beats the defender. But as you can see, it's going through and playing each one of these. Here she's making a run into space. We're highlighting that, and it's showing it. And the screen capture software is grabbing that. Since you can't download, since when you download the clips, it doesn't include it.
So the next thing is kind of like just understanding all the different ways that we're going to bring coaches to your player profile. So whether you've decided to do a YouTube channel, or whether you're doing the NCSA, or whether you're just going to use the VO showcase, there's different ways that you're able to bring those college coaches to your profile. So the one thing I'd like to talk about now is just our marketplace. So if sorry. So what we have on our website now is, this is what we're going to try and use to bring coaches to our players. So if coaches are ever in contact with us, we will just list the players that want to be listed on this database, and then under their name will be a hyperlink to their VO showcase. Okay, so that's one thing that we're gonna do and develop to keep this database up to date. I know we've had some problems with that, with keeping this up to date. But with this would have just basic information, and like I said, this would point the coaches to the VO showcase. So we would insert their VO showcase hyperlink into that, and then the VO showcase can then be pointed towards any other profile that you guys end up making, whether it's a YouTube one or an NCSA profile. Social shares of the video, we put a link here to a player, Gabby Foligno, who had success putting her profile out there. So there's a link there that you can have a little look at once we post this presentation. And then there's information about emailing a coach here, just on the NCSA website, a good article about what to include on an email. But and then when it comes to the showcases, we've got all of these profiles created for all of the college age teams, and this hyperlink, this QR code, will point the player or the coach back to our website if they need to get contact information, and it would come to the college marketplace here. So all of these ways are that would point a college coach towards the player profile. So those things would reach out and then bring the college coach back. Typically speaking, when we talk to any coach, they're going to ask what they like. Is there any video? That is always the first thing that I get from any coach. Where's the video found? So the simplest thing would just be to get that video to them. I just got a question here. If we decide to post the highlight video to YouTube, will you use that link instead of the VO link, since our high school team uses Huddle? So like I said, in the VO, in the showcase on this bio, you would just put the hyperlink back to any YouTube channel. And we could even input the YouTube channel into the database as well. That could be added in here where it underneath here. But yeah, we're happy to get creative if people want to, but we just need that information delivered to us there. So just want to talk a little bit about the NCSA profiles. NCSA now. So this is the NCSA platform. I think if you wanted to get into NCSA, I think it's a fine thing, but you just have to understand and remember that this is a company trying to make money. The benefits of this platform is that it is a really, really good phone book. That's kind of like the best way to sum it up in a nutshell. Whatever the minimum amount of, like, you can create a profile on this for free, which is why I like it. And you can have, you know, a profile set up. So this is my profile, and you can add YouTube videos to it. And then you can do all, and it's designed really slick and nice. But the challenge with it is that it is designed to be its own ecosystem. So they don't, like, when it comes to adding the VO showcase link into here, it was very, very difficult to hack that. And you have to, like, go into the profile, and you can add it in the bio down here, the link to the VO showcase. So it's not as slick. They want to keep you in here, and they want coaches to sign up to this. So there are some benefits, but there are negatives when it comes to it as well. I would say the things that I've really liked about it is the preferences piece. You can go through on it and say, yeah, I want to be on the East Coast. I want Division 2 and Division 3. And you can go through all of this checklist and then save the preferences, and then it will create some colleges that are a good fit for you. Okay, so when it comes to finding colleges and being a phone book and helping you, like, narrow down where you want it to go, it's really good. I think it's really good. It's free. You know, it's just if you want to get exposed to more coaches, you have to pay for it. And then I would just say, whatever the minimum amount that is to get that done, it's worth it. But then I would not be just solely like relying on this to bring coaches to you, because it's just become kind of like a way for them to promote camps and things like that. I think it creates you a nice profile, which you can keep updated. But it's just another profile that you can have out there. Okay. I think YouTube is decent. If you look at our, again, it's free. You can post all videos to this, and on the about page, you can get specific information that that a college coach would want. So I think YouTube is a good option as well. But all of them have their own benefits. So I would just say, in summary, the VO showcase, so this page, so using the VO platform and just creating clips and adding them to your showcase, I think that is like a really good way to just, be able to show a coach what you're on about. The creating the video is doable through VO, but you need to understand the screen capture, and there is a video in this presentation that you'll be able to hyperlink and click to find that video. but between these three things, you can do a good job of promoting yourselves and getting coaches to come and come and look at you. So in summary, when it comes to a weekly process of getting this done, you want to be going onto VO, reviewing video and creating clips, and just keeping up to date and on with that, because you'll want a lot of clips, to maybe give to a Dan Yates or to give to Steve or Eric, to help you make a video. But that's going to be a minimum. No matter who you go and get a video done with, they're going to want a number of clips to be provided to you, to them. So use VO to create those clips, and then you can download those clips, and get them out nice in a smaller file and quite good. I think the minimum should just be using the showcase, the VO showcase feature. It keeps it all in one place. Any kid could do that. And there's no excuses when it comes to just finding some clips and getting them up on a website and then pointing coaches towards the VO showcase page. I think is a really good way of doing it as well. And then once you've got you decided how you want to do it, just start getting in touch with coaches at that point. The introduction video, like we said, will be helpful to just get yourself off on the right foot with that coach. But then just you need to just stay in touch and constantly update the showcase or the profile with newer clips, and just create a nice professional process where monthly you're going to that coach and say, hey, here's my clips for December, here's my clips for January, here's my clips for February. Once a month just makes you look professional, doesn't annoy them, and keeps you in their mind and keeps you in their thoughts, as you go down the process. And then just get as many coaches as you can to look at those things. I think that's really the best bang for the buck when it comes to like a kind of A to Z approach. I think this cycle is as simple as I've been able to bring it down into its kind of bare bones, so to speak. Does anyone else have any questions about anything? Here we go. Jan, okay, now is a good time to start the process in the very least. Yeah. So, yeah,
I didn't want to interrupt you, Tom.
That's fine. Let's go for it, Joe. Do you want to just chat about that?
Sure, I can do it real quick. Like I said, so Jay, you had a couple questions about the process, and Tom and I have been talking about having another either Zoom or get together. I prefer get together. I just like to see faces and have a little more interaction. But it's never too early to start, in the very least, getting an idea. End of the day, they're sophomores right now, and a lot can change between now and senior year. So that's why I say a long list, because if you keep it too small, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. So keep it long, and yeah, now's a good time to start researching, just getting on the web. And obviously Tomo pointed out in the NCSA, they do a nice job with the map, pointing out different areas of the country and obviously different states with colleges that are in them. But just keeping it diverse, I think that's the most important thing as a sophomore and freshman, is just keeping it diverse, keeping it long, staying open-minded, because as things progress, a lot of things change.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest challenge that I've seen with the players is the ease of getting these videos created. So I think using the VO showcase is just the simplest way to just get some clips of you. That it's important. You're not going to get this recruitment done on the clips, but it's important to get the ball rolling with those clips and get communicating with coaches so that they can see you're a decent player, and they'll then be willing to communicate more with you over over the course of it. And that's what I felt like. We want to do a good job of making sure those tools are communicated and people are knowing about, you know, how to do it. Because a lot of the success that we've had, there's always been a parent behind that kid. I want to try and make it as simple as possible for the players to do this themselves, but they have, and they're going to have to do it. They're going to have to, sit down and do it. Currently RO6s need to be on this on the girls' side for sure. And then and also on the boys' side, the 07s just need to start getting ready and start doing this. Pretty soon at the end of this year. So getting used to creating clips and understanding how to download them is really important. The platforms are, like I said, it is frustrating that the drawings don't come over on the VO showcase. That for me is really frustrating. But you kind of have to get kind of creative with the screen capture and the screen record. And like I said, in this presentation, there's hyperlinks that you'll be able to click on and go through all of the go to all of these different videos that I found useful or kind of along the way. Okay, so if there's no more questions, that's really that's about it for now. If you're not on VO, reach out to your coach and get the hyperlinks sent out for your team's VO so you can begin accessing the videos, and then we can kind of go from there. And then if you've got any other questions, just email me, and happy to chat with anyone. Cool. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tomo, I have a question about the trackers. You sent us these workouts to do, but the trackers don't work inside. So there's like nothing to like upload, especially if we're like running on a treadmill and stuff, like it's stationary. So it can't like even track us.
Yeah, I think you just would need to go out somewhere to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you can, great. If not, don't sweat it. But if you're hitting the treadmill, that's great.
Yeah, I'm like going like on our bike and stuff like that and just doing stuff inside, but like it doesn't work.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Bye.
See you in a bit.